we have the new heart right here. Ooh.
Yeah, that's what I was looking for.
What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the Keeper Reet YouTube channel. Today we are diving into the world of the V8. Ooh! If you haven't seen any of our previous videos, this is our VL Wagon paddock bomb.
Jason Fern coming to you live from the USA. Now it's the final week for the pre-order for the PSI.60 t-shirts, one of my favorite. So make sure you click that link, head to the website keeperreet.com, pick your size, and we'll get it out to you ASAP.
Brought so many smiles to people's faces across the globe. Anyway, it's gone. Like it never happened. Engine bay has been stripped and it's ready to accept its new heart, which is debatable. This is the new heart. We have the new heart right here. Ooh. L98. Ooh. 98 of pure 98 power. Don't know. I'm not a V8 person at all. But and it's got 8 cylinders, it's got push rods, and it's weird. It's not gonna be your everyday LS swap, don't worry. It's gonna be getting the Reet touch, that's for sure. Before we get into that, we have got some goodies here. So we got the Castlemaine Rod Shop full conversion kit, which is gangster. Shout out Castlemaine Rod Shop. You might have heard of them. They're a bit of a big deal in the burnout scene.
I don't know how to put this, but I'm kind of a big deal.
And they do cool stuff like this. So it's engine mounts, starter motor conversion, MPC twin plate clutch. Shout out MPC. We run their clutches in the barrel wagon. And they're premium. Gearbox Trust member, TR6060. We are going to be boosting this engine in more ways than one, but you're going to have to stick around to find out. First thing on the list is to get the motor gearbox in car, wired and running, naturally aspirated.
And before that, we're gonna have to put this kit together, and we have some instructions back there that I haven't thrown out yet. I actually read them, but it's all quite simple, and you can do it all in your backyard, on the lawn,
on your mum's nature strip. Anyway, that's it. Hit the like button, because PSI.60 is returning in a new form. There's not going to be another one of your boring LS swaps. Have some faith in the Reet boys. Subscribe if you're new to the channel. And ooh, we got shiny things. We got an ice cream machine. It's so pretty. Keep It Reet is proud to announce
that we're sponsored by Val.
We've had Motul come on board.
Oh, is it Motul?
Supplied by Tolix. Most of you are probably aware at this point that Motul is the best lubrications in the world. That is what most people think. It's what I've always thought. And to have them as a sponsor of Keep It Reet is huge. And Tolix are the Australian distributor, and they're bringing in crazy workshop customer support. Soon we're running the 300V 10W60 in everything. Let's get into it. Ooh.
PPE, kids. I haven't been here for a while, so you probably haven't seen safety glasses or earmuffs for a hot minute, but I'm back. I'm doing things properly, sort of. Everything is explained very thoroughly in the Castlemaine Rod Shop instructions, but there is an adapter plate to put the starter motor on the other side of the engine. For what reason, I don't know exactly. It's probably to clear headers and other things, probably the steering column, yeah, stuff like that, I don't know. For the TR6060, you're gonna have to cut out a little notch, just like how the gearbox originally has. They tell you to just match this up, mark out where it's gonna be, cut it out. To do that, you just mark it, drill it, smack it out, clean up the edges. That's about it.
No. All right, we're back. Finally, we can drop this thing in without any issues.
Gearbox is just dummy fitted. We have to get a different clutch, and our friends over at Castlemaine Rod Shop are sending us the right spigot bush because we got one for a different TR6060. Who knew that there were 2 different types, or potentially more than 2 different types? So we're getting a different clutch from MPC, they're helping us out, and Castlemaine is sending us the right parts for this gearbox. TR6060 is just dummy fitted because we think that we're probably gonna have to do quite a bit of clearancing on this tunnel. Never done this conversion before. We don't think it's gonna fit too well, so we're probably gonna have to do some massaging with the old hammer. You may know, you definitely won't know, but I'm a masseuse with the hammer.
That's
so.
all right.
You heard it here first. We got the motor in. Woohoo!
They thought we couldn't do it. It took so many days because we held on parts, but we finally did it.
Anyway, that's enough right now. Next steps are, I don't know what next steps are. We got to get this gearbox sorted, and then we got to get all the bolt-ons sorted, and then we're going to do some spicy things. But for now, we're all good. See you soon. It is the year 2055, and I have finally got this motor properly in place.
Wow,
no, I'm lying. It's been like a
aging
day.
really well.
Or something. Yeah, no, exactly. Now, if you come under here, you will see my progress. Castlemaine rod shot, cross member, good, very good. We did have, however, a missing piece that I had to make. Apparently TR6060s have this little U-shaped bracket that connects the box to the subframe mount. The original one's a lot bigger, so I would have had to find a way to space the box down, so I was able to just make it at the exact right height. You want the motor and box to be at about 3 degrees. Our shifter location, which is actually pretty good. I had to cut out a bit of the tunnel, and we have a little bit of a cool thing going on, which is it's sitting half in, half out, which I kind of like. So perfect, everything seems to be fitting relatively well. But right now, we got a motor and box, and I'm happy with it. Castlemaine Rod Shop. We have headers on from Castlemaine Rod Shop because this is what they supplied. You know how much we love running things NA here, and it's definitely gonna be staying NA.
Well, I mean, I have 2 bottles of nitrous.
True. We already have the left-hand side of the motor in. It went in very easily due to Castlemaine's superior engineering. It slid straight in, and I was very happy with that because sometimes they can be very bad and you have to lift the motor and drop the subframe and everything, which I'm hoping we don't have to do for this side. And I don't think that we will because it's 2-piece. But anyway, sit back and enjoy the show of me wrestling some metal for the next, say, 15 minutes. Ta-da! Fixed.
Wow.
Wow. They even supply gaskets. A surprising amount of core strength.
Yeah.
Up, down, up, down. More energy. If you can't get the bolt to do exactly what you want to do, you just got to like contort your face slightly and bite your lip a little bit. And I promise you it will work. I've mastered it over the years.
Oh, g'day everyone. With this, I just wanted to touch on a couple of things. We're here with Tarly.
I thought you wanted to touch on a couple.
Yeah, I am. But
I can touch on a couple.
no, I was just letting them know that you're still here.
I'm still here!
Yeah, I just poked my head in to play with some wires and decided it's just going to be way too hard to use the standard ECU. Problems we're facing, E38, L98, the engine harness comes with one of the plugs. We're missing the other plug, which is really hard to find. That taps into the body harness, or it is the body harness, but it also runs things on the motor. And so there's a few issues with running the standard ECU. One, we need that plug, the J1 plug, which we don't have. That's money. Scrap it. We're putting a Haltech on it from the get-go. If it was an LS1, standard ECU can reach in the cabin and it just works. It's not drive-by-wire and it's just better in every way. There's like 5 external wires you got to connect to power, and then your LS1 will just run on standard LS1 ECU. We could get an LS1 loom and ECU, but we also have to change the throttle body, and the crank has a different trigger wheel. This is 58 tooth, not 24. So then you got to buy a box that converts the trigger signals, which is like $600 plus an LS1 ECU. It's just not worth it. Long story long, that's where we're at. We're gonna throw a Haltech in it. Tylee's got the standard loom and he stripped it apart, and we're gonna reroute it into the cabin. Extend wise, we have to reroute the entire loom and then chop the plugs off here, pin them into our Haltech, and everyone is a winner because Haltechs are king.
Haltechs are king. We'll give you an update soon. Hopefully it'll all be wired perfectly and I won't make any mistakes. I'll definitely make mistakes because when you do wiring, you lose track of half of this stuff and you're like, nah. Not the case. So I've mislabeled something somewhere along the way and I'm gonna have to backtrack. But anyway, that's wiring. Let's do it. Wow. All right, VL update time. Raceworks fuel rails, fresh from Raceworks. Cheers, Jamie. We're gonna be putting those on and we're gonna be running a return system, not deadhead. James and I are working on the VL once again. We've got the clutch in, we've got the box in, we've got a distance for the drive shaft, and we have a loom. MPC hooked us up once again. We got our Castlemaine rod shop headers in. They fit pretty well and they went in easy as. And now we are getting our Raceworks rails in, converting it from a dead head or dead end system to a return system. We also have our Plasma Man. Hang on a second. I get the feeling that doesn't work with this manifold. Anyway, we have our Plasma Man intake throttle body here. The design itself, really good. As for putting it on the stock manifold, we might have to look into that a little bit. I don't know. I just discovered it with you guys just then. Anyway, once we get all that done, then it will be on to see what I forgot on the loom.
The next day.
I just spent an extra day wiring up the things that I may or may not have forgotten about, like I may or may not have told you guys about. We have Mr. Gronk himself, Anti-Gronk Gronkhouse over here. Mr. AU House, come to pay us a visit. Cheeky, brief visit from Queensland. No, you're doing our drift competition tomorrow, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm taking it out.
Heard that before.
Take it
Heard
all.
that.
Round one, I heard that before.
Alright,
Sure.
is there ready to start?
I'm betting
There's
with
a
you, not against
few
you.
things that aren't quite connected, like the TPS and...
Yeah, look, the
It's a big
TPS
arm.
isn't connected because there's no TPS. Running essentially nothing because I'm just gonna try to start it and then we can tidy things up afterwards. Without further ado,
$10 says we get absolutely donuts.
Suck a child in.
yeah, well, I mean, I kind of expected that. It cranks! My job here is done! You can do the rest, Jesse, have fun. Because I'm over
This
it.
is not a good
Yeah,
status, actually.
that could
Red's
be
a bad
part of
status.
our problem there. What do you mean?
It's working really well. Maybe, yeah, put the battery up here, jumpstart it for me.
I feel like I'll say this because we were talking about Mad Mike's the McLaren. Kind of has cheat code because a rotary could pretty much fit in anything.
Yeah.
So you just, it can fit in anything. So you can put it in anything. Oh! Nah, it'd be.
It's time to go.
Yeah!
I got shit to do. We'll be back.
Go home, bro. No one wants you here.
I mean,
Drift series over.
17 hours away.
Several days later.
You wanna?
Came into my home, disrespect to my family. I never knocked on nobody.
Yeah, that's what I was looking for. Let me triple check all the wiring on the crank angle. Why is it every time that I build a motor, it has weird things? It's fucked. It's fucked. Fucked.
You gonna run, Mitch?
I think so.
Angry? She's real angry.
Not as angry as me. One wire, brother. What do you mean?
It's almost like they gave you a diagram to explain it.
Wait, so did you just send that wire power?
Literally just 12 volt power.
Yeah.
I'd prefer to do it
What
to
the
ignition
fuck is the
power.
point of that wire? What does it do?
I don't make the rules, bro. I just break them.
Required full connection.
What happened, Charlie? To be fair, I had no idea about that wire either. Oof. Couple of wagons. The factory of long roofs. What a mistake it was to put that thing in there. But that's right, have faith because we're going to make it cool. So stay tuned, but it's a shame Tylee's not here to wrap up this episode. He's had to duck out to the dyno. So I'll close it up for him. She's alive, good work Tylee. I know you're a little bit upset at yourself because you missed one wire. It's also a wire I wasn't very aware of. It's this one here, injector power input. So the Elite 2500 ECU needs a pin 26, needs to get ignition power when the ignition turns on, even though it's already got ignition input there going to pin 13, switch 12 volt ECU power going to pin 11. Apparently it needs another one for ignition injector power from ignition, which gives power to the drivers for the inject. So the problem it was causing was the injectors would spray and then like stay on, or even though you could feel them pulsing, you could see them pulsing on a test light, but they were doing weird stuff and they weren't doing what they were supposed to do and the motor was flooding. Anyway, moral of the story is read your ECU wiring diagram and you should be sweet. Now you did well, Tylee. She is alive. Thanks for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed this episode. I know some of you might be a bit sad to see the quad turbos being replaced with the dirty LS, but have some faith. It's going to get the Reet touch. There's going to be turbos and there's going to be this and there's going to be that. So subscribe because I guarantee you'll be pleasantly surprised. You won't be surprised because I just told you that there's going to be turbos. Anyway, thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.